Oh, welcome back to Night Watch. Very intense intro sounds. I always do like the hype of the intros for puppet combo games. But either way, not tonight. Wait, no, it's 10 a.m. right now. Today is a good day. I got like 12 or 14 hours of sleep, so I'm very energetic. I also feel like I could have slept for 2 or 4 more hours. I don't know. I wake up, I'm like, boy, it's a good time to record. Anyways, so yeah, let's get into it. It's a 0.2 preview, so it's not finished, mind you. Just 0.2. Well, the previous time I played this was probably a 0.1 or something like that, like an alpha preview probably. Anyways, first night on the job. I have a feeling it's going to be a long one. But it should be easy. I just need to stay awake. I'm Park Ranger Jim. Remember me, Park Ranger Jim? Emergency radio transmitter? I need to leave this on in case there's a problem. Oh, I can use a computer now? A satellite phone I can use to reach the outside world. I can't go to bed yet. I have to stay on watch for a few more hours. Park Ranger Jim's a little tired. What if Park Ranger Jim wanted to sleep a little more? I don't think he'd be fired for negligence. Also, it looks like... It's weird how it's like when I look through the south and west and east... Oh. There's a mouse cursor. It makes it so I can weirdly move the mouse cursor off the screen. I don't get it, but... Looks like there's multiple people camping, or that's just the same campsite as before. It looks like a campsite a few miles west. I can see the bonfire from here. Yeah, just the one bonfire. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to reach and look at it unless we go to the proper other side. Hello, is anyone there? Hello, Park Ranger Jim. You're on the Parks Department emergency line. Do you have an emergency? Don't make me fart into the microphone. This isn't funny, and it is a game. Unless you have an emergency, please do not use this channel. I think it's just some kind of death metal band practicing. Just the damn kids and their goddamn pranks. God damn it, Bobby. I tell you what. A locker. Hey! Definitely need that. And that classic puppet combo noise. The flashlight is equipped. It can be toggled. Park Ranger Jim. Alright. Park Ranger Jim is... equipped and ready for battle. Let's see what we can use the computer for. Nice, 128 kilobytes of RAM available. Welcome to the Park Service System. Type weather to check the weather report. Weather. The weather is mostly cloudy with dense fog. Showers expected overnight. Type shell to return to the shell. How about game? Games? You don't have a games? Solitaire? I can't even remember how to spell it. It's a weird fucking word. Anyways, I don't think it has games on it. Yes, there is a note here. Park Ranger Jim, finally out on your first watch duty. You're going to love it. Peaceful nights and all the fresh air you could ever want. It is an easy job, but you still need to stay on top of things. Make sure you make a round and check for fires every 30 minutes. Be aware that you also have a radio turn to the Emergency Ranger channel, Park Ranger Jim channel. Hikers are directed to use this channel in case of any trouble. It's unlikely, but make sure you keep the radio on. Use the satellite phone in case of any emergencies, and backup will be on the way. Another ranger will be there to relieve you next week. You can ride back out on his horse. In the meantime, enjoy yourself and have plenty of supplies. Best, TJ. Thanks, TJ. Can I turn off the computer? Or it's just gonna make that noise? No. It's really loud. Okay. I guess I'll just try to skip some time. Let's see how the camp looks now. Still just a little bonfire thing. Man, it's not smoke signals. Generator? Shit, is it out of gas? I'll just look through the windows first. It's a weird flickering light in there, going green-red. No, it was the computer. Why is the computer still functioning? And loud at that. It's a strange bug, but there you go, Papa Combo. Something to fix. Even though I don't know if he watches videos or not. It's fucking loud. It's the only thing that makes noise. The park rangers have the affordability of buying a computer that somehow can run wirelessly. My computer can't even do that. Ah, we can finally touch down. There's a weird creepy shed on the bottom, too. The generator must have run out of gas. As long as no one punctured it. What was that red thing I saw through the crack? A computer disk. Oh, maybe it has games on it. It says Maze of the Minotaur. Huh. Interesting that it would be named that. Park Ranger Jim sort of walks like a Chad, don't you think? Look at that strut, hang on. You have to see it from this angle. You have to think of like it's sort of a South Park song when he walks like this. It's like, you know, the South Park, the guy that does most of the voices is like, it's Park Ranger Jim, he's still looking good. It's like, actually, no, wait, that'd be the song they do for Jared, the Subway guy. But it's for Park Ranger Jim. And he's still looking good, eating all them sandwiches. Park Ranger Jim. I don't know. I'll hope I'll have enough to get through the night. Yeah. Especially in a situation where you have a crazed maniac, or a sociopathic murderer, and possibly death metal kids screaming into the phone lines, but, you know, or radio lines. Yeah, let's get back upstairs before some weird creature comes at us. Get my cardio for the day. There we go. Alright, lights better be on. No creatures in here? We're all good. So what is this? Is this the computer? Oh, it's a wood stove. Yeah. Looks like a PC tower. Now, let's see. Yes. Yes. Whoa. I think I bugged it. Yeah, something's up with the computer. Shell? That's weird. It's like after leaving the computer, it was reading all the W's of my forward movement, even though it wasn't on the computer. Might have to restart the game, shit. If, like, playing the game is what you need to advance especially, I'm going to get a feeling that's what I have to do, so I might just restart and not touch the computer until I have the disc. Yeah, let's just do that, fuck it. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Finally. It's like... It's no longer 10 a.m. It's now 4 p.m. I'm just like, I don't have to go to work. Apparently the weather's so shit I don't have to go to work. Amazing. Okay. And also, he's still looking good. Park Ranger Jim. And, I can finally finish recording this fucking game. I swear to God. Shitty day. I tell you what. Yeah, I don't know. But let's continue without the computer being bugged. That'd be fantastic. I don't know if it's like the lighting on my webcam will look different. Probably won't after editing, but... I didn't put in the gasoline! What am I doing? I'm getting sidetracked with my rambling. Fuck me. Be right back. Alright, Park Ranger Jim has put the fuel into the generator. Now we can proceed to the goddamn computer also. Just in case. I have to figure out when that just in case is. Yes. Ah, there we go. Maze of the minute. It cuts off. Pause the video and read that. I was about to say I can't scroll up or down. I don't know how you're expected to read messages that scroll beyond the computer because mouse wheel page up and down don't go up. I don't know. But I don't know. So you wake on a stone altar, a large stone slab of some kind. What you choose to do now is up to you. And is go north or north? North. North? Huh. The walls seem to close in around you as you enter the northern tunnels. The inviting light of the moon is gone, and only the slight, vastly spaced light of the wall-adorned torches greet you down the long path. So going south, where we were is the sacrificial altar. You continue down the long northern tunnel. It's easy to lose your bearings. It all looks the same. You're met with a stone wall. There is no way forward, but you can turn. Though dark, you feel a flash of hope as a dim light seems to greet you at the west end of this hall. Do you continue west to this new light, or retreat into the knowable dread of the darkness once more? More west. Almost as if an answer to your prayers, you're face to face with the cold glow of the... Okay. Through the cracks of the ceiling, glowing across the almost completely still surface, the pool, there's a pool of water apparently, seems far less inviting. However, as the surface reveals, though, the light rests atop it. What? Let me reread that. The pool seems far less than inviting. However, as the surface reveals that, though light rests atop it, none seems to penetrate the thick, soupy mire. That's worded weirdly. You can return to the terrible darkness to the east, or head west through a large, uncomfortable opening beyond the pool. It certainly looks like no place for someone like you, but your options are, of course, very limited. So it's like, what, continue going west and meet my fate? Or go back and maybe not meet my fate? I don't know. You enter the large crevice and immediately know that something is wrong. The path before you is foreign, even to the design of this Colosseum you found yourself slowly coming to terms with. Everything from the walls to the makeshift supports to the very path you walk upon was made well after this building was put together. Everything about this feels wrong. You do not belong here, yet here you are. So I can go south, or, well, I mean, east would be where I came from, so we're going south. Just as you felt the path could get no darker, it seems to have just done that as you continue walking. There's a thick smell in the air. Something you see to the south, and to the north you see... Okay, north would be back where I come from. I don't know about the south. The lights that filled the tunnel are now all heavier. It's impossible to escape the ghoulish odor that has sunk deep into these cavernous walls. The light that the torches guide you along reveal that can only be described as a hole of depravity. The floor is thick with the dark red viscera of things that were once alive like you, once lost like you, once followed. Are you trying to say I'm being followed? Because it didn't end with you like you, but I mean, once followed. Maybe we should go back. Okay, we're going back. So we're just gonna go north, north, east, east. If it's implying I'm being followed, how about no? East, south, 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 east? No, wait, west, east? You've continued east. Despite the labyrinth's design, the corridor seemed to twist on for a while before you arrive at a break in the paths. You could also always turn back, though who knows how long that could take, and who knows how much time you have left. You see an end of the line to the north. To the east, you see a crystal shrine. East. A flash of similar light cuts through the ceiling as the moon makes another, albeit smaller, appearance. Sitting in the middle of the room, adorned with small ornaments, all as foreign to as the architecture has been, is a large crystalline structure. It captures the moonlight beautifully, but outside of that seems impractically large to be left in such an isolated place. Take crystal? Examine? Help. Look at crystal. The room is almost completely circular. All the pillars, all the rags high on the wall seem to conform to the crystal's placement. It's almost a shrine, but a shrine to what? Let me see the commands again. Look. We'll examine your surroundings. I should look in probably every single room to see if there's items on the ground, like maybe a gun. Like if I'm being followed, I could maybe shoot. Because I have an inventory, so I might as well be taking things. I can't take the crystal, though, apparently. Look at item, or look just to examine the room. So yeah. Let's just go west and examine every room then. The twisting corridors have little to impede your progress so far, but the monotonous walls and engulfing darkness are taking their toll on you. Now, at this break in the path, you have a chance to finally make a choice for yourself. Perhaps the correct one, perhaps not. What's the word I'm looking for? A little dramatic. Dimly lit hall. Look. Oh, geez, what? Okay, let me try to read that while it fucking engulfs. Look, no. Help. And then I'll do look again. The twisting corridors, little to no progress, monotonous walls. Okay, well, the only consistent thing that has been your feeling of unease, as if you're being watched. Whatever horrors happened before you'd arrived here still haunt the walls, and whatever may have caused them still... Wait. Whatever may have caused them may still be around. It's definitely implying that there's something here. You return to the luminescent arena. Look. The cold stone slab, blah blah blah, bright moonlight. You see clearly defined exits to the north, east, wait, and south. It says to the... It doesn't even tell me I have south as an option except if I type look. Weird. South. Ah! You see clearly defined exits to the north, east, and south! Look south. Okay, south is not an option. The torch... Okay, then we have no choice but to go up. Okay. Look. So it repeats the top half. Or... No. It's repeating for most rooms. The longer you venture down this path, the bleaker the scenario begins to feel for you. You know there is something waiting for you, but what that may be and why that may be is completely beyond you. Okay. Though much darker, the path to the west now seems a bit more reliable, as the sudden stone face of the north wall has broken your confidence in that being the way forward. The swelling darkness surrounds you once more. The pregnant blackness? Well, that's a weird way of calling dark room. It's impregnated. The darkness is impregnated. Who impregnated the darkness, and how do you do that? Like, do you just, like, hip thrust while in a dark room? And you're like, yeah, shadows, I impregnated you. Let's take that, darkness. But would that be considered rape? Honestly, if you're just hip thrusting the darkness, and you can impregnate it, would that be rape? What if darkness had an abortion? That'd be weird, man. What would happen if shadows and darkness had an abortion? What would that do? Would that cause a black hole? Okay. It fills you with a sense of comfort and terror in equal measure. You can't remember ever feeling something so all-encompassing and yet so completely absent. Nothing seems to move in here with you, not even the air. It's as if It's all so deathly still, as if the darkness itself is trying to deceive you in any way it can. If it weren't for the ever-faint glow to either end of this corridor, you would have no idea what to suspect to find on the trek. Okay, west. Glowing room. The moon as inviting as ever, the pool as surreal as ever. The moonlight is the most refreshing thing you could imagine, but that is a false comfort as it could ever be. You know better than to be deceived by the familiar, especially with something so alien beside you. The pool itself is so dense, you question if it's truly a liquid at all. The way it barely moves keeps a note of lacking confidence comfortably in your mind, but it's so entrancing. You know you could spend hours staring at it if you allowed yourself here to, but the cool air reminds you that there is no time to rest. Go pool. Go swimming! Look at pool. Go swimming. You continue through the wall of the claustrophobic look. The very nature of this path... Is that the same thing I've read before? Marble and shadows? Perhaps most importantly, what could have this kind of strength and... Wait, what? Why would they feel the need to stray from the carefully constructed maze of marble and shadows? Perhaps most importantly, what could this kind of strength and determination... Aztecs? I don't know. Nothing about this is right. Your head knows it. Just as the sinking feeling in your stomach knows it. There's south. This is where I was getting paranoid that I was being followed or something. What is that hellish smell? The source must be nearby. None. What do you mean, none? You didn't work that far in this demo? Look. None. Alright, let's go south again. The heavy heat on your back is so evident that you can no longer pretend it's simply your mind adjusting the fresh sights of the torches as having heated the very floor you stand on. That floor thick and wet, but unquestionably cold. This heat is foreign to you, as is the overwhelming sense of despair that fills your heart. Whatever is behind you was waiting for this moment, waiting for you to blink, as it were, and accept the inevitability of what comes next. You start to run. Look. No time to look. West! Oh, someone's at the door. Perfect timing. You ended my whole horror let's play of this text adventure. Okay. Well, maybe you should grab the gun. Or not. Someone's knocking. Maybe it's a prankster. Yes. Hey. No zooming in. It's like what they do in fucking Outlast, and I don't like that. Outlast is not scary. Let me tell you. I always have a gripe. Apparently nothing happened. I always have a gripe against Outlast because it's always doing that stupid shit. Like you're playing a first-person game and you have to think of like the perspective of your character. You know, it's like first-person stereotypes where you're holding a gun and it's like shoulder fire, but the gun is like this in your screen. So if you pictured the hand in real life being that close to your face, the guy, like a soldier's carrying a gun like this, it's like, it doesn't make sense. You don't hold the pistol like this, you know? You hold the pistol like, you know, full arms outstretched, but no one makes a game like that. And usually the camera perspective is in the player model's chest cavity, rather than the cameras being up in the head of the model. But that's how a lot of first-person shooter games are made. I'm gonna have to leave it here. It's been way too fucking long. I wasn't expecting this game to be so long. It could have been because I took so fucking long on the computer. Because if I play text adventure games, honestly, I'm very thorough. And especially if you have it so you have that many lines of dialogue for examining, picking things up, the variables, because I'm usually thorough, and people usually say they like that about my Let's Plays. But either way, I'll leave it here and continue in the next episode, and hopefully there'll be enough... Like, hopefully the demo just doesn't fucking end right when I end this episode and begin the next one. So, I hope you enjoyed and look forward to the next episode. That will probably be the end of this, well, what do they call it? Preview? Nightwatch preview, yes. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber, hit the bell notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching, and until the next time.